Yo, what's up guys, it's P9 back at it again and welcome to a new video. In today's video I want to show you guys my graphic settings and my controls in Unturned, and also talk about my view model and why the game looks kind of bluish. For the most of you, the game will probably look like different. It's like, I don't know, like many people ask me, how do your game look so good? And I will get to that at the end of the video. Like that's something you have to do in your files. Many people ask me all the time, yo P9, what's like your settings? What's your graphic settings? How can I get good FPS? What are the best PvP settings? And in today's video I want to show you the best PvP settings for me personally, the best PvP and also FPS settings, so you get like a good balance. So we are going to start off with the options here first. Well, there's not really that much I can tell you about those things because like they don't really have too much of an impact on gameplay in game. All I can say you is that you should always like show your FPS and ping right here, so you know if you're lagging on servers. First number is like your FPS and the second number is like your ping. Arena timer warning, that's if you play arena a lot, you hear like some clicks, like click 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 when it's about to start. So even if you tapped out, you know when the arena is about to start, I recommend to just leave it on. Show blood spatters, also leave it on if you have a decent PC. If you have a really bad PC and you really don't get a lot of FPS, then turn this here off. And I also really recommend to use static hit markers and not dynamic hit markers. In my opinion, dynamic are just weird. I don't know, whatever you prefer, but I would say static hit markers are just better in general. It's just, you know, it's just more accurate. Then we come into the display. Display is also not that much I can talk about. I have the game on full screen. I have the game on 920 by 1080, 144 Hertz. My UI scale is 1.2. That's not how I usually have this. I just have this to show you those settings because that's easier. If you change that, you can see it gets like smaller, or you can make it bigger. This is just simply for now to show you guys better what everything is about. So usually that's on like 1.0, which is the default, like that. You can mess around with that and see what works best for you though. Then we're getting to the graphic options, which is probably what you're all looking for. Well, the first thing we have here is nearby draw distance, and that's basically everything you see. Like if you have it on the lowest 25%, you can see like the tires won't even render in here. Well, I really recommend to have this on full. Like stuff won't render in, even like players they won't render in. If you take a look at this zombie here, it won't even render in if it's like 25%. So you don't even know if there's a zombie, if there's a mega zombie, if there's maybe a player, like you can't even see him. You can't even tell if there's someone. So leave that on 100%. Landmarks, you can go for whatever you really want. You can go for like medium, that's enough. As you can see in the background, there's like trees. Turn that down all the way if you want. I have it on because my PC can handle this, but that's just up to you. You can just leave it in the middle here. Just mess around with that. So I have basically everything off here because that just distracts you in PvP situations. Bloom lights some things up a bit, especially when there's spotlights or like cage lights or like very bright. Chromatic aberration, have it off as well. It kind of like, as you can see here, like when you look at the left screen, very left screen, it kind of stretches it a little bit, makes it I don't know, just leave it off. Film grain, have it off as well. Clouds, have it off because they just eat FPS. Like there's no reason to have clouds on if you don't care about how the game looks like. Terrain transition, that's really up to you. As you can see here to the right, it kind of transitions here from that to that. I always play like that, but I can have it like that. Like it doesn't really matter. Height fog, turn it off on some maps, especially in night times and stuff. There's like a fog and it's really hard to spot people through this fog. Leave that off. Grass displacement, have it off. Scope focus foliage, off. Ragdolls is something I have on because let's say you see that zombies like laying on the ground, or like a player, a dead body in a house, so you know like there was someone there, like something went off. So something went on there. This is why I have records on, to kind of tell where like dead people, dead zombies. It's really useful. Debris off, blast marks off, rain puddles off, snow glitter off. Then I have this mapping here off. Skybox reflection on. Skybox reflection is really just how the game looks like. If you take a look at my gun here, you can see it slightly changes, and that's just what you prefer really. So anti-aliasing, as you can see, it reduces jagged pixel edges. Just take a look at the houses, the zombie here, and you can kind of tell the difference. It's like very sharp now and very like clear, but now it's like very smooth. For PvP, I can tell that this is better, like TAA, but it's different for every graphics card though. Like you gotta test it out what works the best for you. I would go for TAA or FXAA. I would go for TAA in my case here. Anisotropic filtering unforced on. Just mess around with that. Right now I can't even spot any difference. Like I don't even know what this exactly is for. Reduces texture blur at oblique angles. well, you can just disable it. I mean, I don't think it's that important. Effect durations are on low. Effect durations on low. Grass density 100% on off. Because like grass, everyone knows grass just distracts from PvP. People can like lay down, or you can sometimes not see people. For PvP, definitely off. Sunshafts quality on off, because let's take a look at the sun here. And if you have them on ultra, let's say, it's really bright. It kind of distracts you as well. So for PvP, you want to have it on off. Lighting quality are the shadows here. Well, if you have a very good PC, you can let them on ultra or high or whatever you want. If you have a bad PC, or you need every single FPS you can get, just turn them off. It's just like for when there's someone behind a fence, you can sometimes see the shadow. It's really not that big of a deal. It's just like you really see the shadow like once a week or something. So it's not really that big of a deal, but it looks better in my opinion. So that's why I have it on. I have this and this on off. I have this on low. Well, water quality is a thing. So it really depends on where you are, on which map you are, and what the situation is. So in most cases, water quality should be on low, because how Unturned works, under the map, there's basically water everywhere. Okay, so this is under the map, and you can just see water everywhere. So no matter where you actually are right now, you have water rendering in. And if you have that on low, it actually saves you a huge amount of FPS. I have like, let's say, 248 right now, 250, and I'm looking at the water here. Going to ultra, 210, 215, which is just crazy. But then if you're in a fight, let's say there's like a water base or something, and you're like in a fight, you know, you need to check if there's someone underwater. You should put that on ultra or on high, definitely. But like I said, whenever you get in those water fights, or whenever you get near water, you can just turn them back on ultra. And then on low, ultra, you can just toggle between them. The scope quality is basically for how it looks like if you're looking through a scope. If you have it on ultra, everything looks like normal. If you have the scope quality on off, then you have this effect here. Many people ask me like, why does it look like this for me? This is why, it's your scope quality. So if you have it on low, it's very pixely. I mean, I could never play like that though. So what I usually recommend is you either have it on ultra or you have it on off. Okay, some people play like this. They can play better like this. Some people play on ultra. I personally play on ultra, but it really depends on what you guys like. Recommend to put it on ultra or on off. Outline quality on low, animation quality on ultra. Well, that really doesn't matter too much. The animation quality, if you look at my body here, it changes like the shape a little bit. So it's like, it doesn't matter. Terrain quality, you can leave it on low, really. Wind quality on off. If it's on, you can see every tree like kind of moving, and that also eats a lot of FPS, so you want to have it on off, definitely. Tree quality, I personally like the old trees more, so I'm using them. It really is up to you what you guys want to use. You get more FPS with the old trees though, that's a fact. And you gotta restart your Unturned for it to apply, by the way. And the render mode, that's really up to you. Like, you just have to see what works best for you. Just choose whatever gives you like the most FPS. With some graphics cards and with some PCs, the world spazzes out, like there's like crazy stuff going on, so you just gotta see what works best for you, like I said. Last but not least, we have the controls, and there's not really much that's going on here. I have invert look and invert flight on either disabled, sensitivity multiplayer on 0.25, aiming on hold, crouching toggle, proning toggle, sprinting and leaning on hold. It's really all the default buttons. What I have different is prone. I don't know what the default for prone is. I think like Z or something. I have it on mouse 3, which is if I click like my mouse wheel, I lay down. I really don't recommend to do that actually. I actually have it in every game. I either crouch or lay down on mouse button. It's just something I do. I don't know why, but it really gives you a disadvantage actually, because you can't lay down and shoot at the same time. So you have to decide, either I could do that. I don't even have ammo. I look for a different button, but whenever I try to change it, it won't let me. Like, I still think laying down is on mouse 3, and this is just so weird. I have swap perspective on left control and lean left and right on Q and E. So just left control, it's a very easy accessible key. It's just like your pinky, your left hand pinky, it's very easy. Like, I just really recommend to put it on left control if there's nothing on there yet, and then Q and E for leaning. and switching perspectives. Yeah, that's really all my settings, all my graphic settings. Like I said, guys, I mainly did that video because many of you guys were asking in my streams, in my videos. So whenever someone is asking again, please refer him to this video, send him a link or something in my videos, in the comments, in my streams. Just send him this exact video. So if you guys are still wondering why this game looks like bluish and what my view model is, I will link you a video. It's gonna be the first link in the description, and click that video if you want to see how these things are done. I've made a video about that in the past. Just click it. It's very easy. It's very well explained, I would say. So whenever you want to change your view model, and also to check out my own personal view model, or you want to know how the game looks like better, as some people would say, then check out the first link in the description. Thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.